What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life Vegas, coming to you guys today with something that's been in the news recently that I want to talk about, and we're going to chat about this amidst the other construction going on here, noise and stuff like that. Remember, guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I got some other news stuff going on here in Vegas I'm trying to catch up on. Actually, there's been a lot going on lately, so please subscribe if you haven't done so. Also, guys, remember, in the link down below in the description, I have several links down there. One of them for those of you coming on vacation. If you guys want to get the 50 tip sheet I made for this year for Las Vegas, my 50 best tips to help you save time and money on your vacation, the link is down there, okay? So let's talk about the Drew Hotel right here behind me, okay? This is one that some of you actually really saw this news coming. Some of you mentioned this already in the past in other videos. So hey, shout out to those of you who saw this coming and already knew it was gonna happen. But here's the news from Bloomberg, and I'll put this article down below as well for you guys. It says Vegas Strip's $3.1 billion resort postponed more than a year. Real estate mogul Stephen Witkoff is pushing back the opening of a $3.1 billion resort on the Las Vegas Strip by more than a year, slowing efforts to complete a partly built casino that was abandoned during the financial crisis a decade ago. That is how long this place has been sitting here vacant. Just sitting there on the Strip on the north end, which we've talked about before. How the north end has struggled in recent years, but this is one property that was supposed to come and help bring some life to the north end, but it looks like it's going to be postponed for a while. The Drew Las Vegas, as the project is called, will now open in the second quarter of 2022, is what Witkoff said. The project was originally scheduled to debut late next year, so in 2020. So it's going to open sometime in 2020. Now they say second quarter of 2022. So it looks like a year and a half or so difference, almost 2 years difference. It says, by delaying, Witkoff will have more certainty about his construction budget, he said. 62 years old, Witkoff bought the unfinished Fontainebleau Resort from billionaire investor Carl Icahn for $600 million 2 years ago. The 3,780-room resort will feature a giant pool with restaurants and shops adjacent. It is located on the north end, on the same side as the Wynn, near the convention center. They expect it to be a big draw. The resort is affiliated with hotel giant Marriott International, which doesn't have a big presence in one of America's biggest tourist cities, which is true for Marriott. It will target high-end clients that might normally visit the Bellagio or Caesar's Palace. So that's their market. They want to go for high-end over here on the north end of the Strip. The architecture firm of Diller, Scolfidio, and Renfro, whose work includes the High Line in New York and the Broad Museum in Los Angeles, they're leading the design, creating something cool, elegant, and edgy. Those are the words that they use. According to Witkoff, it will emphasize non-gambling amenities. So the hotel's plan is not to put a big emphasis on the gambling when it comes to their layout and the decor of the property. Let's see, which reflects the growing popularity of Vegas with visitors who come as much for the dining and nightlife as the gambling. And that's true. That is the new trend. Gambling revenue is not what it was years ago, and it may never be what it was years ago. Let's see. Witkoff says the market has not seen new build to address who the newcomer is. The Drew is designed to be easy to navigate with 32 guest elevators situated right next to the front desk and a circular design for the shops, restaurants, and entertainment venues. Witkoff says when you build a great campus, you don't want people migrating off your campus, and we will build a great campus, he said. While many Las Vegas operators have remodeled or renamed their hotels, a major new resort hasn't opened up since the Cosmopolitan in 2010. Previous developer of the Drew site, Miami's Jeffrey Soffer, spent $2.8 billion before putting the project into bankruptcy. Witkoff said he had existing financing from JP Morgan Chase, Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, Deutsche Bank have been hired to raise capital. Okay, so just talk about capital getting raised. The article just finishes with how he named the hotel here after his, in memory of his son named Andrew, who I believe passed away of an opioid overdose. I think it was 8 years ago or something like that. So that's the story going on here with the Drew, right? As we talked about in the video before about the north end and new businesses coming here, right? Even the convention center, you can see the expansion going on here. That's supposed to be done in 2021, I believe. Resorts World just down the road. They're trying to get done by 2020, sometime there. That is their plan. But now the Drew is supposed to be done the second quarter of 2022. So like I said, some of you knew this was going to happen. Several of you hadn't heard any news about this in a while. You could see Resorts Road getting built. You could see them making progress on it. But the Drew is just sitting here stagnant. So for a lot of people, it's not a huge surprise that this hotel got postponed, that it got pushed back. You know, it just seems to kind of be par for the course for the North End, like I said, because it has struggled for so many years now here in Las Vegas compared to the south end of the Strip and even the center Strip. So tell me what you guys think about this. You know, is the Drew really in a tough spot now? Because I know a lot of people think that the next couple years, the economy is not going to be as strong as it is now. It's not going to be as strong as it was last year and that kind of thing. So, you know, postponing this to 2022, I mean, the Drew could be opening in a very different economic environment than we're seeing, you know, right now. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about this down below. I know a lot of you follow Vegas. You love Vegas. The wind is picking up here. It's about to knock my tripod over. So with that being said, guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Remember my 50 best tips for traveling to Las Vegas. Link is down below for that as well. That's going to be it for this video. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.